God of love you are. The Lion and the Lamb you are. Let your name be glorified. Look at the lily of the valley. Let your name be glorified. Yeah. I'm gonna dance for you. Oh, want me to be higher. Your love is unshakable. Blessings are uncountable. Everything that you do, Lord, I cannot tell it all. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yo, 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 yo. Oh, Kaka.
It's a perfect gift of love God gave to the ones He loved. There's no greater love than this you will ever see. He came down to be man. He left His throne and gave up glory. I am alive today 'cause you gave your son. He was the lamb. Jesus was the little lamb. We had a little lamb. Jesus was the little. Jesus was the little lamb. Yeah, we had a little lamb.
Hello children, happy Sunday. I'm so happy to be talking to you today. Hope you had a great week and hope you did everything you planned to do this week. Well, my name is Auntie Joy. For those of you that don't remember, I miss you all so much and I'm sure you miss me too, I hope. Anyway, today I'm going to be talking to you about being courageous. And I'm sure you're all wondering like, what does that mean? What does courage mean? Courage means to be bold, as bold as a lion. That's what courage means. And I'm sure most of us are bold. I remember all of you, you're all so bold, you're all so courageous. Well, I'm going to be talking to you today about someone particular in the Bible. And I'm sure we all know of people who have been bold. We talk about David and Goliath. We talk about Daniel, who was put in the lion's den. Well, today I'm going to be talking to you specifically about David and Goliath. And David had to fight this massive, he was basically a giant, a huge man. The Bible says that he was about 18 feet and 6 inches tall. Can you imagine? He was so tall and David was so little and he had to fight against Goliath. And this shows that David was bold, because everyone was scared. Even people that were bigger than David were scared of this massive man. But then David stood his ground, even in the face of opposition, even in the face of being scared. He still faced Goliath. So today I'm going to be talking to us all that even when we are faced with things that we feel like we cannot do, like when maybe you're trying to ride a bicycle or you're trying to learn how to swim and it seems so difficult and you're like, Mommy, I can't do this. Daddy, I can't do this. Well, today I'm going to explain to you why it is good to be bold, why you have to be courageous at all times. You always have to give it your best shot regardless of what is happening. Let's say one day you take your mommy's phone and you're playing, I don't know what games you guys play, but let's say you're playing a football game on your mom's phone and you keep on losing, won't you feel sad? You'll feel sad, you'll be exhausted, like, I've been playing this game and it's not working, and you just drop the phone. Well, I tell you again to try again. Anytime you lose, keep on trying. That is what courage means. That is what it means to be bold. To keep on trying, to face something and say, no, I'm going to do this. Even though it seems so hard, even though it seems like I keep on losing, you pick up the phone again and you try to play again. Or if you're playing football with your friend or your sister, or you're playing a particular game with your dad, and daddy keeps on winning, and you want to cry, I can imagine if I was playing a game with my brother and he keeps on winning. I want to drop the phone and say, since you keep on winning, just take the winner position and leave us. But then I pick up the game again and I play again. And maybe the last time you decide that let me give this thing another shot, that is when you will now win. So imagine if someone like David saw Goliath and he's like, hey, this Goliath is so big, I can't fight, I'm a small boy, and Goliath had so much, he had a shield, he had a sword, his face was covered, everything was good. And David was just a little boy, he just had a sling, he just had about 5 stones that he picked up, and he was still determined to fight against Goliath. So just imagine, he didn't have any of those shields, he didn't have any big iron, anything. But he was still determined that, nope, I'm going to fight. And just imagine if David decided that, you know what, I'm so scared, I can't fight against them. Just imagine what would have happened to the Israelites. So I'm here to encourage you all today as you go about your week to remain bold, to remain courageous. Is there that thing that you're trying to do? Maybe it's even in terms of school work that you're trying to accomplish. Maybe it's a new multiplication timetable that you're trying to learn and you're like, how am I going to learn this thing? Or maybe your friends even know it already and you're still behind. I want to encourage you today to keep on going, to keep on learning and to get better, even at things that you feel like, I don't know how to do it. Maybe you're trying to become a fast runner, or you're trying to swim faster, or you're trying to ride a bicycle, or maybe you're even trying to learn a new language. Well, I want to encourage you all today to continue, even in the face of adversity, even in the face of weakness, to keep on going. Be like David in the Bible, who was courageous, who kept on going. So today I have a special memory verse for you, and it's taken from 2 Timothy 1 verse 7. And it says, "For God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of love and of power and of a sound mind." I'm going to say it again. For God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. Okay, so thank you all so much for listening to me today. I hope you have learned a thing or two on how to be courageous. Please, I advise you today to be bold in everything you have to do. Stand tall and be bold like a lion. Have a great week, and I love you all. Bye.
Yes, I have come to say thank you, Lord. Keep clapping. I have come to give back to you. Oh, yes, I have come to say thank you, Lord. Can I get a witness up in here tonight? Sing, I have come to give back to you.
I have come to give back to you.
What is your agenda? What did you come here to do? Say! Lift those hands to say thank you, Lord. Is anybody grateful here tonight? I've come to give back to you.
I have come to give back to you.
Yeah, yeah. I've come to say thank you, Lord. Oh, Lord. Lift those hands. Say, take all the praise. Take all the praise. Hey, take all the praise.
Hey guys, if you guys don't remember me, it's Uncle Aki. So, it's been a while. I think the last time we had a meeting was January, and I miss you guys, and I really wish we could see, we could talk, and we could share the experiences of the past 4 months. But there's something I want to share with you guys that I think you should hold on to, even through this pandemic, through school, and everything else. And it's grace. I want to talk to you guys about grace. We spoke about grace for most of last year through our Bible study. And I want to remind you guys about a few things. So let's start with a very, very important Bible verse that talks a lot about grace, and that is Isaiah 40 verse 31. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. You see, there's this funny thing about eagles. Have you guys ever seen eagles just spread their wings and just soar? It's like they're floating in the wind currents. At that point in time, the eagle isn't doing anything at all. It's not doing any work. It's resting. What I mean by rest is, the wingspan of the eagle sometimes is it's over a meter. It's more than a meter, sometimes 5 meters, depends on the size of the eagle. The eagle is a very big bird. So it takes a lot of strength, a lot of effort for an eagle to take off. That one is personal effort. It has to run and then starts flapping its wings, then it takes off. And that is one of the reasons why you see eagles living on high treetops. That way they don't have to run before they fly. They just dive and then they pick up. So why am I talking about the eagle? I'm talking about the eagle because of what Isaiah says about the eagle. The eagle is a big bird, a heavy bird. There's a lot going on with the eagle. But based on that, okay, imagine 5 kilos. Have you guys seen a 5 kilo, what's it called? 5-liter keg of engine oil, or even 20 kilo keg, or 20 kilo bag of rice or something. Imagine something like that with wings flying in the air. How easy do you think it is? It's not easy, right? Here's the trick. That is why the eagle soars along with wind. Now, the reason why Isaiah is saying in this verse that those that wait upon the Lord, what the eagle is doing in that scene is actually resting its wings on an upward movement of air. As the air is moving up, the eagle spreads its wings. When it spreads its wings, because of the size of the wings, it goes up with the air. And that is how a very heavy bird lifts itself and flies. A lot of us have been extremely heavy and frustrated this season. I've seen a lot of you in traffic. You don't know I watch you, but I've seen a lot of you in traffic, especially if I'm driving around Dubai. I see a lot of you in traffic, and I talk to a lot of you as well. And I could sense the stress. I could sense the eagerness for life to resume. You guys are waiting and waiting, and the anticipation is so, it's up here, it's no longer here, it's up here. At this point in time, I want you guys to do something. Rest, just like the eagle. Stop using your effort. Stop. Okay, let me ask you a question. If you stress yourself now, if you grow gray hair right now, is the school going to resume tomorrow? No. If you picked up a placard to go and protest in front of the state government now, make our schools open again, are the schools going to open that moment? Probably not. But there is one thing that you guys can do, one thing that is in your power to do, and that is to rest and let the grace of God handle this for you. Let me give you an example, a biblical example of somebody who, at that point in time, who didn't have any more energy left, decided, I'll rest and let God's grace handle this. 2 people actually. First, we have the first person in 2 Corinthians 12, verse 7 to 11, and that is Apostle Paul. We all know the verse where Paul was referring to the thorn in his side, something that kept making him go back to previous things, previous sins, things that really weighed him down. So he says something, and I'll read this to you directly. Let's read from verse 8. For this thing I besought the Lord 3 times, that it might depart from me. I'm sure you guys have begged, prayed, let life go back to normal. Let me see my friends, let me go back to school, let me be able to go and hang out with my friends. And the reply that God gave Paul, and he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in your weakness. Just like the tired eagle spreads its wings when it's completely out of energy to let the wind lift it up, Christ is saying here, my strength is made perfect in your weakness. And Paul responded, most gladly therefore will I rather glory in my infirmities, my problems, than the power that the power of Christ may rest upon you. Accept what is going on now. Understand why it is happening. But let go and let God. I got that from a movie. Let go and let God. Stop stressing. Stop being angry. Stop being upset. Stop being anxious. Stop going gray hair at 15. Relax. It's time for the grace of God to showcase how strong you can be. Funny enough, there's another person in the Bible, Samson. Samson is the last person I want to talk about. Everybody knows Samson's strength. Everybody knows Samson's strength. Lion, Philistines, stone, rock, water. The guy tell everything. But here's the thing. At the worst of his worst, at the lowest of his lowest, when he was captured, his hair. He said something when the Philistines decided to put him on display. He prayed to God as in just, at this point in time, give me strength. He didn't say my own strength. He wasn't talking about his own famous strength anymore. He was not asking God for God's own strength so that he could tear everything down alongside the Philistines. You know what happened? At that point in time, Samson's strength was more than it ever was in his entire lifetime. And his victory was even greater than the entire victories of his lifetime. It wasn't one lion, it wasn't a couple of Philistines, it wasn't a couple of bad guys. It was a full clubhouse. So, what I am trying to say to you guys is, at this point, let grace be the deciding factor in your battles. In your battles with stress, in your battles with anxiety, in your battles with staying at home, in your battles with not knowing what is going to happen next, in your battles with influence. I know it's not an easy time, but here's the good news. When it's all over, I believe that you guys, your generation is going to be far better than mine. And the reason for that is, when I was your age, we didn't experience anything like this. So, we weren't wiser. But you guys that in your teenage years, now you know things like this. Now you have experiences like this. You have medical experience, you have economic experience, you have experience upon experience upon experience. Let God use it. Let God use this past experience, this current experience. Let God use it for you guys. Just let go and let God. And I pray that His grace will be sufficient for you guys. And don't forget, please reach out on WhatsApp, reach out to Auntie Jade, reach out to Auntie Faye, reach out to Auntie Tolu, reach out to Auntie Funke, reach out to me, Brother Michael. We're all there for you guys. We have WhatsApp groups. You guys don't talk, but we're here for you. So, I'll see you guys next time.